Okay guys, welcome to the 6th episode here where we follow Will and Brandt in building their startup Scalero. In this episode we go to Upwork to actually hire the first 2 people to build the product. In the last episode we boiled it down to 5 candidates, but now we're going to boil it down to 2 people that we'll actually hire. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can follow the journey and see exactly how a startup is built, and maybe you can learn something for your own startup.
We're looking at about $1,000, which I think is a little expensive.
I think this is a guy that I would consider just pulling the trigger on.
Let's just hire him right now. Red flag, he asked if we can use WordPress for the project, which kind of scared me.
Holy shit, these guys are both good. We'll follow the conversations that Scalero has with the developers to find the right candidates for this project. Choosing the right developer for a project like this is crucial. It can really determine if you get a good product or a not so good product. As a reminder, I'm advising Will and Brandt to pick 2 developers to start with, have them both build the same thing, and then figure out who you want to work with in the long term. So stay tuned, we're really going to go in depth with all these developers. This will be fun. Let's get started.
Ina, we need your help.
Building a product completely from scratch.
Scalero is trying to build a SaaS tool to help companies build better emails.
It's going to make email creation easy.
There will be many challenges.
I would love your help, Heine.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to help them.
Ball.
This is Raw Startup.
We asked him the 3 questions. What technology would you use? How many hours do you think this will be? Can you do it all yourself? Provided a spec here. He says that technology for this project, he's recommending Django. It's trendy. He says he thinks it's going to take him 50 hours in a week. He can start right now. And his rate is $20 an hour. And he was ready to go. So I told him I will need to talk to my partner. I appreciate his willingness to start ASAP. So he's pretty much ready to go. At $20 an hour, 50 hours in 1 week, we're looking at about $1,000, which I think is a little expensive compared to some of these other folks that I'll show you. But maybe we want to come back to this and figure how we might want to negotiate here. Will, how are you feeling about the budget?
Yeah, I think 1,000 was a little bit over where we talked about, but not a lot. And so I think we definitely leave it on the table here and see if we have other qualified people at a lesser rate, but it's definitely within the ballpark. And then I guess the 50 hours is a question too, because I think we're thinking it would be a little bit less than that. Hi.
I think he sees me online and he says hi. He's ready to go.
He wants to close this deal.
So why don't we reach out to, while we can see he's there, and say, hey, we're a little bit concerned about both of these, both the 50 hours and the 20. If only the 50 was like 35, and I'm not sure you can push him on the price. Where is he based again?
He's based in Monterrey, Mexico.
Okay. So 20 is a good salary, but not crazy. It's a decent salary, right?
Right. On that, what do I want to push him on, the hours or the rate? Probably the rate.
Yeah, try both. I mean, the thing about the hours is that he's going to start working and that's it. You know, he might be done in 30. Or you could also just say, how firm are you on the estimate of 50? We've had a couple of bids that say they can do it in 20, 30 hours.
Well, exactly. I mean, we're planning a long-term relationship here if it works out. And so if we go from 20 to 16 or something, that might not look good for us either if he wants to work with us in the long term.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's going to mean nothing in the end.
Should I use that as a kind of a gambit here, that there's opportunity to work with us, or do you think this is a fair message right here?
Just be clear to him, hey, we're building something big here, but we need this smaller thing to get the ball rolling or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. This is a small piece of what will be a much bigger product.
Yeah.
Hey, Alda here, speaking to my partner. How firm are you on the 50-hour estimation? We've got a couple bids at 20 to 30 hours for this minimum viable product. We're building a bigger product here, long run, and this is just a small piece. If we like the quality of work, there is a long-term relationship potential here for sure.
Yeah. And you could say, hey, with hundreds and thousands of hours, done. Cool. Let's see when he comes back. He's online. He's yellow now, but he's still online.
The same requirements we sent here to Fahim with the flow and the design. He came back 12:30 a.m. I'll respond to you in the morning, which is pretty fair. You know, so I asked my 3 questions. Would you be interested in working on this? What technology would you use? How long? would you be able to do all this yourself? So he has some questions here. Technologies, he's very clear. First, we need a database. I'd use SQL or Postgres. And for backend, he recommends Java with Spring Boot, front end Angular framework. I can do it. Will take me about 1 week.
Wow.
So I said, okay, here's a more detailed specification. He had one question: will the design be uploaded as an image? So I said yes, either JPG, PNG, or GIF. So he's pretty serious here.
He sounds like he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. I like his rate. I'm really hoping he wants to get going on this.
Yeah, I definitely like this guy. I think this is a guy that I would consider just pulling the trigger on.
Yeah. Pretty solid rate. Pretty good success. Lots of projects here.
Okay.
Do what all there here has to say. 30 hours.
There you go.
We like that. $600, I think, is very reasonable.
He's typing again. Oh, now he's going down to 25.
Yeah, it's going for the sale.
Close within 10 minutes and I'm 25. And again, it's an estimation, right? So he can be a little bit flexible here. But I also think 50 is a little bit on the higher side. I think he probably knows that.
We're basically want to get 2 out of Aldair, Fahim, and Javier.
So if I was going to rank them, not looking at budget, this Aldair guy is number 1. Boom. Same this weekend.
So let's get started.
Yep.
Let's just hire him right now. Yeah, I think 40 hours is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We think. Yeah. We have a good...
You can also remove the allow freelancer to add time. So then you force him to use the timer.
Let's do that. Let's uncheck that.
Do I need to...
Yeah, you can just put whatever you got on there. Just put that in there. Might as well for documentation.
Okay. I think we're ready to go.
Congrats,
All
guys.
right.
We got someone working now.
There. Yes, this has been fun this past day.
Wow, exciting. Fantastic. I think this is super exciting to see what this guy can do.
The 3 people we were going to follow up with included Javier, Fahim, and then Aldair has already started. He was asking a little bit about versioning. He sent some screenshots. So we clarified on a few things. I gave him a concept of how I see the database kind of working a little bit, which I think was helpful. Red flag, he asked if we can use WordPress for the project, which kind of scared me. So I told him I'd prefer not to use WordPress. Do you have other options? So he said, okay, I'll go with Django. And now he's requesting to add manual time. So I guess that's fine with me, although I know you recommended against it.
If you can avoid it, I would avoid it. But some of these people might not have an amazing connection, or it could be reasons. You could just ask him, say, hey, why do you need that?
Okay. Is that a fair question? Can I ask why you'd like to add time manually rather than use Upwork's tracker? So Fahim, here's what he came back with. Hi, I have reviewed the document. I need to know your budget and timeline. Laravel or React is the best for your project. And what about the design? Will I create it or will you provide it? And comments on each design is multiple. Also, there is no user login to upload design. So I followed up with him on these. I said timeline, 1 week.
Yeah.
And that basically answers the budget as a question as well. Design equals this is an MVP product, so we don't need a good design, just something close to the wireframes.
Yeah. What I'd say there is just, hey, whatever template you usually use, just use that.
Okay.
Don't, because as soon as you say you get close to the mock-ups, he's going to think, oh, well, I have to do it in Comic Sans or something. No, just whatever you use, just use that.
And then he says, okay, done. Send me contract.
He's going straight for the close.
He wants it. So I told him, let me speak to my partner tonight, which we're doing right now. I'm sorry I'm away from my computer until then. I had sent him a more detailed spec last time we spoke. He was going to get back to us at 6 o'clock last night. He got back to He got back to me. He says, okay, I've got some questions. Can we delete edit comments? I say yes. He says, I'm checking how I might be able to draw some figures on an image to associate with the comment. I said, okay, great.
I like that because it means he's already going into the part that might be the most tricky one.
Right, exactly. And he says, always before starting a project, I like to know how I can build it and be sure there's a solution. So then he says, I want to build a demo. And then he shows me an example that he created here of doing exactly what we asked him. This is basically what we want right here. I mean, this doesn't look great, but this is MVP.
Wow.
He's already demonstrating that he can do what we're asking of him, basically.
That is kind of cool, huh?
It is cool. And then he asked me budget 1 week. He said yes.
Holy shit, these guys are both good. Okay, so what of the price? Are they same price too?
Same price. Javier is $10 an hour. Fahim is $9 an hour. So materially, there's not a big difference.
No. Who do you like the most?
I like Javier. I think that's really cool that he built us he kind of already started playing around with how he might be able to do this. And he's asking interesting questions about cloud infrastructure and whatnot.
Exactly. I do like them both. I think he could probably do it too, but if one of them is like just a nose ahead of the other one, I think it's Javier.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Can you click on Javier's profile again? Just refresh his background.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it if you guys are comfortable with it.
Yeah. I'm good with it.
Cool. Let's do it.
We're done. Boom.
Boom. Okay.
I think I would send a message to Fahim. Just say, hey, we just had too many offers. We love your profile and love all your answers. We just had too many people for this, but let's keep in touch. You might need more people at some point, who knows, and always treat people well. We have 2 developers, both based in Mexico. They look like they know what they're doing, and they're affordable. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what they come up with. In the next episode, we actually see them code a mini version of the product, what we call a mini MVP. We'll see if they can actually build and how they communicate. I know it can be a little bit difficult for non-technical people to find a developer on Upwork and actually build a product. So next episode is going to be very exciting as we evaluate the work they're doing and see if we have something or somebody we can use in the long term. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe so you know exactly when the next episode lands. Thank you very much.